I don't want to set the world on fire.
Brothers and sisters, now that everybody gets the basics of what we're starting, I have to reach out to the future elders. These are going to be the few select among us who, when they get to these places, understand a larger picture, more logistics than anything. Everybody has a role, and everybody's going to be able to help out, but I need to communicate to the bigger picture. And the hardest part about getting to such a barren wasteland of whatever's left is going to be figuring out how you can work with everybody and how everybody can fit together. So the big key of it is everybody has a role. Everybody has their own 2 cents they can chip in and help out. Everything from everyday society to military leadership. It's all structured and organized, and every piece has a place. The hardest part is figuring out what pieces, what places, and who can fit them. So, in the fun side of things, comparing this to the Brotherhood of Steel, I've spent about 2.5 weeks now coming up with a rough draft and a structure of how things can work. It's more of a guideline, but it's a way things can be done to focus large groups into specific roles. So everybody wakes up and feels like they can help out, feels like they have a purpose again, because when everything's gone, there's not really much to feel about anything. Who knows if you've lost loved ones? Who knows anything that could happen? But you have to have a goal. You have to have that cause to reach out for. And so I'm going to go over basically an outline of a structure for a Brotherhood of Steel. And just for the fun of it, it's going to be based around Fallout structure. So let's get started with that. So basically first, you're going to have your homebodies. They're going to be the non-combatants of the group. You know, everyday people that have a common goal to work together and survive and live and grow and try and put the pieces back after everything's been broken. So those are going to be the Scribes. So the Scribes are going to be broken down basically into the people that garden, that want to hunt and gather, that want to build homes and set up camps, and doctors who want to heal people. All the pacifists, as well as choosing to be non-combatant. The people who are going to rebuild the society and be that society. And again, who knows how long it could be until everything can start to come to the fold. Could be generations. But the point is, we're there, and we're together, and we're able to help each other. Next, after that, you're going to have your combatants. And these are going to be the knights. Non-power armor, of course, because that would be too much fun. But these are going to be your combatants, your protectors. The ones who defend the hearth and home. The ones who are willing to risk it to protect those they love. And everybody has a warrior inside them. Some can follow it and hear the warrior's call, and others can still help out, but they can't be knights. So the knights will have their own structure and hierarchy, which I'll post up here just to give you something to dwell over, since it was a lot of work I put into it. The next is going to be the Lancers. So this is the newest thing that they've entered in since Fallout 4. So Lancers, these are basically your drivers. So with the Scribes fixing vehicles and building homes, the Scribes are still going to continue to do that, but you're going to have people to go out and gather supplies, and carrying it's just a terrible idea. So you have your Lancers. They'll operate the vehicles. There'll be 2 different variants of Lancers. You've got the Lancers, and then you have the Lancer Knights. So you're going to need protection when you're driving these vehicles, and just in case something bad happens, you're going to have some combatants to escort you. Enter the Lancer Knight. So, rough ideals and outlines of it is, once you get out from whatever hole you're in and you make it to the forest or wherever you're able to meet up with those who survive, whatever may happen, you gather around and you figure it out. Who's going to do what? And you can kind of use this fun structure because it it's going to be miserable, so you might as well make it fun. To at least guide you in a way to not put too much on one person who can do it all, but to really succeed in other ways. So, delegate. Work together. You're going to have people that are very good at logistics, and those can be your elders. Those can be the people that can figure out the big problems by using ways to sort them and solve them with others. And then nobody's working too hard. Everybody's provided for, and you can start to form that structure based on the outline. That's your main goal. The scribes, the knights, and the lancers. If you break it down into those three things, you can really push for success. At least the best chance of success, because again, if it's nuclear, it's not going to be the greatest, and then you're not going to have a lot of people right off the bat, healthy, strong, ready and able and willing to jump on board and let's do this. You're going to have to work together to figure it out, day by day, piece by piece. And again, not everybody's going to be your friend. So you're going to have to figure out who's willing to put their effort in as the group and who is out for themselves. And those are just wonderful, wonderful problem solvings of life that we'll have to come to when we get to it. All I can say is we can do it. It's a matter of how. There's a quote I was very, very hooked on doing some research for this. It's from Civilization 5. When you build a Pentagon, the quote that pops up is a quote from Dwight D. Eisenhower. In preparing for battle, I have always found that plans are useless, but planning is indispensable. And that's what I'm just trying to do. Establish a plan. Something to give somebody an idea, and that they can take it, mold it, and give people hope in a future in case everything does happen. Because all we can do is hope and plan and work together. Because we're all going to need that. Ad Victoriam.